The tale starts off with Link as he is leaving with his uncle deep in the vast western forest of Hyrule. Living, sorry about that. His uncle, a well-known blacksmith, took him in as an apprentice a long time ago. They spent weeks crafting a beautiful ceremonial blade, elegant and perfectly balanced. It was truly their best work to date. It was announced that Princess Zelda would soon be of age and wed, so a festival was at hand in her honor. They packed all their belongings and set out for the city with the intent of presenting their blade as a gift. Upon arriving at the borders of the city of Hyrule, Link and his uncle encountered soldiers everywhere. By decree of the king, anyone coming to the festival looking the least bit suspicious was to be arrested. Carrying his blade, Link's uncle was apprehended. Link, being left behind, followed the soldiers into the city. Link started asking around if there was a way to help his uncle, but found no one was willing to help. Everybody was reluctant to speak with him. It was as if they were all scared of being arrested themselves. Several soldiers passed, escorting Princess Zelda. Link recognized her and attempted to get her attention. The guards noticed and stopped him from getting closer, but the princess stepped in and quietly spoke to Link.
You shouldn't ask for my help, stranger. I'm but a mere prisoner, waiting for her arranged marriage.
Little options were left to him. Something had to be done.
Donakamada! My name is Sage Blake. I'm a wanderer, storyteller, artist and mature, and this isn't a Mario or a Sonic, this is a Zelda! A Zelda that's asking me to press D. Can I not press D? I'm not into touching the D. But I guess I have to. In order to play this game, I have to touch the D. I'll just make sure to wash my hands afterward. Anyway, this is The Legend of Zelda, Horn of Balance. This is essentially a fan game in the vein of A Link to the Past, if you're familiar with that. All things considered, let's name myself appropriately. D to confirm, okay. How do I go back? F, C, X, Z, E, G. Excuse me? That's a little awkward, but okay, whatever. I guess I'll make do. No one will be screaming my name in this city. Future Overlord Murray waiting for you with this message from the dev. I doubt that, but we'll see. Welcome to the tech demo that you've been working on since 2008. Feedback is welcome at that site. Play with the kids outside, go hunt some treasure. The person living east promised a large fortune if anybody could beat some dungeons for 3 divine rings to bring in secret. Okay. Good to see that that works. Seems to be using D and G only. Bug catching that. Good to know. Oh no, wait, D, G. Does that say R and E? Enters the map. How do I bring up my inventory? Because that's an essential part of any Legend of Zelda game, really. Space. Maybe it's because of the games that I've been playing, but that doesn't feel intuitive. R and... That doesn't feel intuitive at all. I need to say that. If anything, it feels a little awkward. I'm actually kind of surprised there isn't controller support for this game. I brought out my PS3 PS3 or PS4 controller and everything, and nothing. Can't move. Actually, hold on, tell a lie. I haven't tried DS4 yet. Let's open that up, see if it'll help. Answer. No. It's like it did nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Oh, good. So, keyboard it is. Okay. I could break the pots just by swiping at them, so that's good. Kidnap the princess to Northern Lair. Okay, simple. You've got nothing for me. So let's pretend you don't exist. And in the meantime... Cave of Adventure! No girls allowed! You boys are just being dumb. What? It's dangerous to go alone. Take this advice. Overlord's immortal, so sealing him away with a magical item is the only way to win. You brought your special item from home, right? No. Unless they mean the bug-catching net, to which, yes, I have it. And I'm ready to swing it at the drop of a hat. Simple button pushing. Kinda obvious that it's little kids pretending to be adults here. That's cute. I see that flute up there, / ocarina. I think I want that. Mysterious stranger who serves evil overlord. True hero must be proved to be brave, strong, and smart. Yeah, I can be somewhat clever. Donk. Sadly, this quote-unquote dungeon is more a tutorial than a dungeon. Ah! That's what I get for wandering around like a derp. The composite ass. Standard Zelda fare. Zelda games tend to have a specific pattern to them. You go around collecting swag, dungeoneering, finding loot. Whenever you go into a dungeon, there are usually 4 different items that you need to pick up while you're there. There's the map, there's the compass, both of which are technically optional, but you could pick them up if you want to. There's a dungeon of the item. And lastly, the boss key. I had to ask the others to help set it up. Okay. I don't need that much strength. We'll see. Fortunately, we've got all of our tools from A Link to the Past here. So that means basic sword slashing, hold out the sword in front of you, poke walls to examine them, and of course, spin attack. That's a lot of boners. My eternal nemesis, you've come to thwart my evil plans once again, have you? You may have beaten me, Overlord Murray, in the past, but this time will be different. With this brand new body I found, I'll have become invincible. You can never catch me like this. Huh? I mean, you're pretty much just, Scully. Easy. Just slice, dice. Slicey slice, dicey dice. Stabbity stab, 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 stab. Okay. Good to know you do a lot of jumping around. Actually, curiosity. I should be able to donk you with pots. Donk you again. I mean, granted, since you're right up against the wall, I could just rapid slice you until you actually fall over and die, but at the same rate, donking you with pots just feels more rewarding. Now I gotta do this the lame way and actually try to fight you. Or I could just do this. The anti-fighting method. Mash the button! Eventually he'll fall over! I don't need strength. Ah, crap. You done yet? This is kind of annoying. Oh, no, wait. I have a special one-time immunity? Okay, then. So, you have to scoop up his head. Noted. That makes sense. Okay, D and G. And R for the button head. What? What the hell? What the hell was that? I have what I need. What was I doing wrong, exactly? Granted, it's kind of funny that the boss is just like, no, I get one-time immunity. You're not allowed to do it like this, jerk. But hey, I know what to do. It's just a matter of making sure that I could actually do it. Okay, so... have to let him finish this attack mode first. Okay. Special one-time immunity, he says, and yet, at least 3 times he's completely immune to that. Done. Finally. That's super annoying. You caught a quirky ghost. We don't really know much about him, but he's a lot nicer than he lets on.
Oh?
Foolish mortal. That defeat was, in fact, all part of my master plan. For you see, while you were lulled into a false sense of superiority, I found a way to haunt you. Yeah, that's it. I'll be following you everywhere to become my servant now.
Huh?
Why do I not believe him? Just a thought. Open this up. And as a reward, a parting gift from your childhood friends. Play it to the bird near your house so you always have an easy way of coming back home. How sweet. And a pizza fart. He always comes up with excuses. Okay. So there goes this tutorial dungeon. And we even get a flute out of the deal. How nice. Actually, while I'm heading back, I just want to mention, and I'm probably yet again, going to have a picture at some point to explain this, but this is hella tiny. And better still, I can tell there's no way to adjust the size, so... oh, good. One of the many things I hate about some of these fan games, how tiny the windows end up being, to the point that I can barely see them, if at all. Granted, my situation tends to be niche and very uncommon, but at least from the distance that I am playing this game at, I'm having to look at my recording feed to actually understand where I'm going and what I'm doing. Because the normal window is so super tiny that I could literally put up a finger and it would be longer. I feel like that says a lot. That's another bird. Play flute. And that should let me warp here at any point, right? Huh. The time of day changed. There's an active day-night cycle in this? Cool. Alright, come here, you fiends. My servant has come to find and beat you. Fear my power!
It looks like the path is blocked, but I heard some soldiers talk about a hidden switch earlier. Go find it. But
I mean, I could go find it. Or I could just not be dumb. Not really that hard of a switch to find, if at all. Evidently, this is a dungeon, maybe? I'm not sure. I do see some of the torches aren't lit. If only I had a means of lighting them. Which, unfortunately, means I'm gonna have to come back here. I have nothing to do here. Yep, there's the familiar wolf owl, so it's night. As predicted. And all of these houses are shut. I wonder if there's only specific things you could do at specific times of the day. Something to think about. It would be nice if I could get that, but I think I need some way of lifting heavy rocks. Such easy method would probably be, like, strength bracelet. We'll see if we can find one. But at least for right now, this is a no-go. That's a music loop, that's a little weird. That's a Krabby that needs to die. Ordered by them people at the mansion, do not let anyone on the warp panel. Okay, then. So, just go to the mansion. Alternatively, if one of these gravestones isn't exactly a gravestone... Can you blame a guy for trying? That was obvious and a half, just saying. If there's ever a random pit in a place, there has to be, like, some type of secret around there, so pizza fart. And speaking of pizza fart, I think either a strength bracelet or Pegasus boots will be necessary for the other one. Because I either need to dunk this tree, or otherwise lift this rock. Neither of which I can do. Here's another warp point, which I don't really need, because there's like, what, two or three screens away from the other one? Cuckoos. And shut up and switch. Huh. Lanterns are on sale this month. The prices have dropped to 25 rupees. Hell yeah. Because the lantern is going to be very, very useful, unlike the bug catching net, which is only for fairies, and until I get a bottle, not all that handy. So now that I have the lantern, I should be able to proceed a little further within that one area. Let's go back. It's gonna be impossible for me to light both of those without some means of maybe hitting both switches at once. I'll have to come back to that. At least for right now, however, I should be able to handle these things. I have a means of lighting them, so it's just gonna be a matter of making the run to do so. Done. some ropes. Easy. Hey, rope, come my way. Done. Huh. Okay, I guess that one's the actual plunger. The other one's probably a trap, guaranteed. Jellyfish. Jelly. Get over here. Jelly. You're next. Jeez, I'm getting whipped left, right, and center. Maybe I need to be a little more careful with my health. There's that shoe. A couple more chews around here. I guess it makes sense, considering this is, like, some type of sewer or somewhat. Or at least meant to emulate a sewer of somewhat. That's a precarious hole. Let's hope I never have to get forced down there. There we go. Little dicey, but I'm actually fairly well versed in Zelda. So not dicey at all. Actually, a little moment to say, A Link to the Past was actually the first Zelda game I ever played. Specifically, the GBA port. Like, I remember back in the day playing that game a lot and getting stuck on a whole bunch of the dungeons because they were actually really cryptic. But hey, I did manage to beat it at one point, so yeah. Just looking into this mirror for a second feels like being pulled into a different place. I guess there's going to be Light World, Dark World in this somehow. Considering that this is based off of A Link to the Past, it makes sense. It was rumored the desert dungeon actually had 2 entrances found closely together. Good to know. The Royal Tombs requires a trick to open. Of the statues you see when entering, the 2 leftmost can be moved towards each other. Okay, then. Although it doesn't look like I can progress any further in here, because I need a way to hit that switch. More specifically, the method I'd need would probably be a boomerang or somewhat like that. I know there was one in the shop, but again, that's going to take a bit of money. At least for right now, this is the most progress I could do here, and that's a shame. That's a lot of cash. Oh wait, I'm a dummy. I forgot. Mirror. It can port me back to the entrance of the dungeon. Right, they said the 2 statues near the graveyard can be pushed toward one another. No, wait, this isn't the graveyard. This is a fairies fountain, but I don't have any bottles to use the fairies. So there's little point in me being here. Okay, can't do anything there. What can I do in the shop and switch? Answer. $15 rupees for that, so that's an easy purchase. What about the rest? 35 rupees for that. 50 rupees for that. 20 rupees for that. 60. How much is the bottle? 45 rupees. And 100 for that. Sure. Let's buy the shield. Specifically because this will help protect us against fireballs. And at that, now that I have a Doomerang, should be a little easier to handle most enemies. Underwater prison.
Why did we go to this place again? Look for a ring and missing damsels. Got it. You get the ring, and I'll check on the ladies.
Someone's a real prick. Whoever this Murray is, I want to punch him. Huh. There's a switch there. Oh, nice. Really bland hallway that really serves no purpose. Unless there's more to the be first floor than initially meets the eye. You know what would be nice? A better sword. That's something I'm gonna need to look into. But hey, that's just how the Legend of Zelda games go. Oh, why? No! It's that boss! I believe its name is Moldorm. Oh. Moldorm is one of the worst bosses in 2D Zelda. Specifically because they're all wiggly and annoying to deal with. The only place they're vulnerable is in the tail. They deal a lot of damage to you. Just, it's not fun to fight. And I can't do anything by going that way. Can't go left or right here either, so that means there's somewhere else I can go. Ah! 3. Hell, even the mini ones take like 4 hits apiece. They're tank EMFs. And here's the enemy that Murray was possessing. Easy. Just walk up to one, hit him with a spin attack, or if you're good, corner him. Simple. Switches to undo the bollards. But unfortunately, we need a means of holding those down. We don't have that. Maybe we get it within the dungeon? Like the Cane of Somalia? Considering this is based off of A Link to the Past, I would think Cane of Somalia. And these switches can usually be pushed. And that toggles the water. Oh, that toggles the water. I don't have a means of swimming. So I might not actually be able to do this dungeon. Oh, crap. Specifically on the basis that I can't swim without flippers. And I know in A Link to the Past, Zora flippers cost a monstrous sum of cash. Like the tune of 500 rupees. And I could push none of these blocks, so there's nothing I could do there. There are maybe bombable walls up there, but even then, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think there's anything I could do in this dungeon either. Actually, no, wait, tell a lie. I could go back to the first dungeon at some point, because there's something I could do over there. Alright, back here. Finally. Just gotta clear out a couple enemies. Better. And let's see. F. There we go. That will take care of the door. And let's continue on with the dungeon. All that was just for a piece of heart. Going back. Unless that's the end of this, to which... Oh, good. Such I think that's exactly what it means, because I can't... No, wait. Tell a lie, I might be able to hit that. It might be just far enough. Oh. Yeah, so there's nothing I could do. Cool. Storage shack. What do we have here? Boomers. A bottle, finally. More boomers. Okay. And now to test this out. Yep, right here. So, place a bomb. That explodes. And the rest of the storage shack. We've got our last pizza fart here, so that means we get a little extra HP. Arrows, which we don't have a bow for. Arrows, which we don't have a bow for. Yay. Yay. That's totally useful. Oh, F me. I'm supposed to be able to get over there, but how? Maybe there's something I'm supposed to blow up somewhere. Yeah, because over here in the east, there's, like, nothing I could do. Oh, no, wait. This might be useful. I want to weigh myself down on the switch down south for exploration, but carrying a pot over is scary. Good to know. And I think I could see some of the cracks on the floor here, so it's just gonna be a matter of traversing them. Done. That was super simple. Oh, good. And this is a warp point. Let's get to our first dungeon, the Soldier Shrine.
Look, kid, this is how to respect dead people. Maybe I'll haunt this place after you finish your fetch thing. Oh, wait, that gets boring if nobody visits for me to scare and turn to servants.
Wow, what a prick. But hey, time for our actual first dungeon of this. As you can see, it's small, but there may be secrets hidden about. If only I brought more of my book. So I need to buy a book. On the bright side, I do have a quick warp here, so it's just gonna be a matter of grinding up the cash for that. Take me away! I believe the book was inexpensive. Ow. I'm one shy. There we go. Book of Moldorm. Now to head back. Nahaj 824, the Wise. A kind king who used all of his wisdom and influence to protect the people. To make his people flourish, he moved rivals to make amends. Such is the one true path toward the future. Okay. I can't read that. Can't read that either. Sir Bupple 821, first retainer to the king Nahaj. Served long and together with together with his son. I guess that's supposed to say. Eternita 831, a bulky knight, strong, respected, and beloved by those left behind. I can't read the rest of these. I could push these statues. So I guess those two are the rivals. Fuck. Alright, dude, if you don't want to go first, then so be it. Time to bring out the old mainstays. Lantern, boomerang. Now let's get to our first actual dungeon. The Soldier Tombs. Let's see, they mentioned pushing together rivals. So maybe if I research some of these statues, then I'll be able to figure out which of these rival one another, and then appropriately solve the puzzle. This means that I'm going to be using primarily the book for this one. Nabak, the courageous. Before he became king, he ventured to the four corners of the world to find courage. It was upon his return that he finally realized it was in the journey itself that brought it out. Text is too worn to make out. I have an idea. I've been noticing that these braziers can be lit, when normally they'd hold secrets by just falling into them. I can't seem to light them, though. That's a lot of enemies. Kinda glad I have a sword. And plenty of health. Granted, I don't necessarily need to kill all these guys, but when they drop things as precious as bombs, I feel like it's necessary. Oh good! Balls! And you can't pause these balls by going downstairs. Kind of a shame. Let's see how many people get that reference. I need a big key for that, so nothing doing. I can, however, go here. More balls. I'm actually kind of glad that the creator of this game decided to give more purpose to the Book of Medora, because in the original Legend of Zelda, well, in the original Link to the Past, rather, you pretty much only used it 4 times in the entire game. 3 times for medallions, and the 4th time as a plot reason, and is it not a plot reason, to access a dungeon, and that was about it. Resan served under King Nahaj and Tabak. His many battle scars were a clear testament to the many battles he fought to protect the kingdom. Remus, father of Severin, famed for great endurance in combat and succession in guarding the castle from all opposing forces. So in other words, something about fighting. I may need to fight a bunch of things in order to get that key. Ah! Case in point. It's always nice when logic like that turns out well. Apparently I have to interact with the door separately to open it. Okay, I don't think that needed to be changed, but whatever. Actually, I've been noticing that a lot of things require more interaction than usual. Among which include lifting pots. I've actually been holding back in order to do it. It makes sense mechanically. It's a bit of an extra step, though, that I don't think is necessary, but maybe that's just me. Too worn to make out. Too worn to make out. Okay. Zapan 902, the gatekeeper. As a young replacement for Jonan, he ended up serving longer than any other knight before him, and despite numerous attempts, not a single soul managed to get to best or get past him. So in other words, somewhere around here is going to be... Actually, that catwalk up there might actually be impassable without something like the dungeon item. Or those statues could be nigh impassable without means to remove them. Probably that's what they meant. I need the big key for that chest. Apparently I could just walk past this. Good to know, good to know. Oh. That makes sense. I thought something was off the moment I brought the book up to it, because usually with these statues, it would give me a message, either some type of lore for the game, or otherwise present me with information for a puzzle. And that one did neither when I did that, so it stands to reason that it has some type of mechanical function. And wise King Nahaj once said, if you find that your ambitions are out of reach, then simply grow, gain new skills, and try in a different way. Oh, that's rude. Grow, gain new skills, and come back in a different way. Probably it's saying that I can't progress through this specific room without without something. Potentially, I might actually need more health in order to get through there, but maybe I'm wrong. Slice you to pieces. Alternatively, this room here might lead to the opposite side. Good to know. Soldiers with arrows. I need some way of hitting that eye, which I don't have. You jerk. Unless... Yeah, I figured I'd give it a shot. Speaking of shot, I think I need the bow for that, so nothing doing. Okay, you I can deal with just the basic sword. That's a trap. Eaten. Let's assume that I have to have a whole bunch of these tiles get ticked out. There we go. Can't do anything with those braziers. So far, so good. And I want to assume that some of these blocks need to be pushed together in order to progress. Probably these statues, if anything. No. There's an entranceway to the south, an entranceway to the north. And unless one of these pots is hiding a switch or something, it would have to involve these statues. Okay. That's what we're dealing with. This statue needs to come out, and then get pushed over. So far, so good. Poor boners. Didn't know I was about to hit them. I could go to the north, but I have a feeling that there's... No! No! Rupees! No! Money! I need to line my pockets, okay? Without that, I can't get dungeon items. I need dungeon items. Can you blame me? I'll take that. And there's gonna be something important within that chest. If it's the big key, then we're ready to go, but otherwise... Okay, it's the small key. It can open small doors and potentially lockets. So in that case, where did I see a locked door anywhere? Answer, I don't think I did. Meh. Sure. Easy. Severin, loyal knight to Prince Gatialo, known and respected as his second shadow. Gatialo. Long ago, a lone farmer came from the south to seek help for his village. He told Gatialo how it had turned to stone, and the prince responded by gathering his men to investigate. They found the warlock responsible, but the village had already been lost. Gatialo seemed older after that. And Katua. In this world of endless conflict, the greatest danger is hopelessness. Kings war, men fight, and nobles plot from behind their walls. Katua would fight any to shield us from all of it. Interesting. I'm not exactly sure why I'm being presented that type of information, though. 3 switches. Mediu, a childhood friend of Gatialo, and one of the knights escorting him to Weave. A warlock had been the cause of its condition, and so they attempted to arrest him. It was at that time that Mediu saved the prince from a magical attack. For that act of bravery, he was later rewarded the warlock's rod. And Eupalamos, personal guard to Gatialo. Being the ever-optimist, he would bring his loot everywhere, to accompany his many songs and tales wherever there was a fireplace and morale ran low. Okay. That's a simple puzzle. I can grab these and move them. Well, potentially. Because it doesn't look like I can necessarily read them. Try again. Done. Okay, I guess I can't move any of them. Interesting. This looks like a mini-boss room. And by mini-boss room, I guess it's actually a trap room that I just need to survive within for long enough that I can hit the switch. Okay. Simple. Donk. Rude. Deal with you real quick. There's a doorway here. Kinda curious what might be on the other side. Answer. A brazier that needs to be lit. And some enemies. Well, time to deal with these guys. Ah. There we go. And Light the brazier. Nothing happened. It must have a function somewhere else in the tube. Or perhaps there are more that also need activating. Well, whatever happened, we're dealing with a bunch of skulls. Which I can murk. Roisia, older guard of Princess Hosiana. Loyally protected the princess from birth till marriage, 26 years later. Oh, because I killed these kids. Because I took out their heads, they're just wandering around. That's adorably creepy. Go away, please. Like, genuinely? Go away to line my pockets. Demon, younger guard of Princess Hosiana, moved with the princess to Hyrule upon her marriage and didn't return till years later, after his duty had been fulfilled as a true knight. Interesting. That floor right there can break. And I have a feeling. My inner Puzzer? My inner puzzle-solving raccoon is stating maybe I should go back, bring a pot to that, and see if it will break. Maybe that's just me. I mean, we were told about this in a cave earlier. It would only make sense. Seriously? Seriously? I'm being clever about my puzzle solving, and my reward is creepy music and the game deciding, yeah, lol, Keck, you were too creative. Fuck you. Thanks! The grunge, the grunge, the grunge, the grunge! Oh, fuck you, game. I didn't save. Oh.